Hey, 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 it's your favorite real estate coach. All right, y'all. This video is all about how to grow and how to make more money. The only way you can make more money is to deserve more money. I don't know if anybody told you that, but that's the real. Okay, so what you need to do is grow enough to deserve the money that you want. So I'm gonna jump right into this. If you are interested in growing your business or your life or changing your circumstances, keep watching. If not, I'll see you in the next video. But please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video. Make sure you comment below. Appreciate it. All right, so being intentional is very, very important. So when I say intentional on what? Like, be intentional on how you grow, on what you focus on in order to grow. The way and the path. Like, if you look at the top business people, the Fortune 500 companies, you cannot tell me they don't read a book. You cannot tell me they have never read a business book. You cannot tell me they have never grown themselves in order to be the leader that they need to be. You don't just grow up. You don't get a download. I'm like, this is how you become a leader. You don't know. That's not how it goes. You have to go and you have to read on the experiences. You have to know. If you listen to them, they'll talk about a biography of somebody, and this is what this person did, and that's what they did in this circumstance. So you basically take in the wisdom and the lessons from other people, and you're learning different perspectives and how to open up your mind to be able to get to the next level. So number one, focus on growth. You have to focus on growth. If you focus on your goals, you may or may not hit them, but if you focus on growth, you will always hit your goals because you have become such a bigger person. You know, you have become somebody that is a force to mess with. So hitting the goal, it may be much easier for you now to hit that goal because you have grown. You know more information. You have the tactical knowledge. You have so many things that you didn't know before, or you have wisdom. You know how to deal with people better. You know what to do in every circumstance because you have been growing, because you have been learning. Or if you didn't know what to do, you know where to go to find that information. And that's the very thing. Like, if let's for example, right? Let's just say they say, oh my gosh, Ruth, I trust you. That I get that all the time. Like, I don't know, like, y'all don't know me. Like, why would you trust me? My clients trust me. These are people before, and then I have to be like, you know what? They trust me, but if I get them in a certain way, like let's just say somebody comes through my video, they trust me more than if they just came another way. So I have to figure out, people come from all different avenues in business, so I have to figure out how I'm going to build that trust with that person. So I got the book, The Speed of Trust. Okay, and so whenever I hit that problem, I'm hitting that book. Yeah, so let's keep going. So you got to be the right person doing the right thing. So a lot of times we want to know, what's the right thing to do, Ruth? Give me 10 tactics on how to get more Facebook leads right now. You could do the right thing and not be the right person. But if you grow, you will become that person that people will find you. People will want to be like you. People will want to emulate you. People will want to wear, you know, whatever you have or whatever you do. They're trying to do what you do. That if you doing a certain business, they want to get in your business. They want to follow you. So in order for you to do that, you have to continuously rise to the occasion. How can you, if social media is about bragging about success, right? And just to prove that, hey, I got social proof that I, you know, do business, blah, blah, blah. How can you do that if you don't grow? You have to grow first. You have to become the right person first. And then doing the right person doing the right thing is like an exponential growth right there. Because it's like you could do the right thing and then you stop. What happens when you stop doing the right thing? You stop getting the right results. So if you become a better person, a more consistent person, a more disciplined person, the reason why I'm on my journey and my growth again is because I started a challenge and I'm like, why can't I finish? And it's so cool. Like, I love it. It's a public accountability, and everybody can see that Ruth did not finish her 90 days of videos. So what happened was, I know where I am now, but I knew, like, it was just something I did just to do. It wasn't like I owed them videos, but I wanted to grow. I was like, look, what would happen if I did a video every day? That was it. What would happen if I did a video every day and it was 1 minute and I was just myself? I don't know. It just started this whole thing. Like, people love those videos. And I'm like, hey, y'all ain't never like my other videos. Why not? Right? So just growing and expanding and everything like that. And then just, I allow in my mind challenges to stop me from doing it. So now when I jump back on the horse, because I'm here to show them, baby, that you could fall off the horse 5 times, but at the end of the day, I am going to get to the finish line. I am going to get to the end. I'm sorry I'm hyped, y'all. I just love these videos. I just be like, out of nowhere, like, why are you so hype, Ruth? I don't know. Just keep watching. Anyway, I'm gonna calm down, because it's so true. You gotta be the right person. If you're not the right person, you will quit. If you're not, what are you gonna quit to do? Where else are you gonna get a good check from? Tell me. If you're a real estate agent, number one, if you're a real estate agent, you ain't no lawyer. You know, unless it's like one lawyer on here, you ain't no lawyer. You know, so you need to check. What else? What other business that I looked at all of them. And if you went to medical school, you would have to spend all these years. If you was a nurse, you had to spend years. If you was anything else, you had to spend years. But as a real estate agent, you come in and then you work for you go to school for like 3 weeks, and then you make checks of thousands of dollars off of other people's efforts. They paid their mortgage over and over and over and over again. And you come in and you scoop and you be like, that's mine. Where else you gonna go? You have to become the right person. You cannot say I want to double my business, and you have not doubled yourself. You have not doubled your growth. You have not doubled who you are. You don't know more. You don't know the same thing. That's the reason why I'm going through this. I'm like, did I learn the lesson? 15 laws of growth. The 15 invaluable laws of growth. This is the book that stop working a job, get back into real estate, and do what you got to do. But I had these assumptions that I love. The book goes into assumptions, right? In chapter 1, they're talking about, you know, intentionality and everything like that. So growth is not automatic. Oh, girl. I have experienced the reason why I thought that I would have been like, oh, this year I have this in place and that in place and that in place, so I should have more deals. Now I could swoop in and kill the whole thing, right? And be there. But it's not automatic, boo. It's not automatic. Just because you had a big year, it doesn't mean you will have another big year if you don't do what it takes. If you didn't grow, if you got worse than what you were. So I had the book, and then I didn't use the book anymore. I lost all the values. So of course, I'm going to go down. I'm sinking on a ship. I got all the spoils to prove. The office, the team, the everything. But where's the numbers? Where is it, boo? You got, just like I'm talking practical stuff so you can see what I'm saying. I know it's theory and it's like, girl, get to the strategies, get to the marketing strategies, but this is the stuff, this is the mindset that gets you from an A, let's just say we list the alphabet and Z was the goal. From an A, instead of going A 1 year, B the next year, C, from an A to a G to a S to a Z. You skip all of those letters. If every letter was a level, if every letter was a phase, you skip all of that by reading books, by growing yourself. Go grab a copy of that book and learn and grow. So it's not automatic, boo. It's not automatic. That's a video, right? That's one video right there that's not automatic. I gotta keep moving. You gotta seek info. That's the only way to grow. When people say, I don't know how to grow, if you're not seeking information. So I turned my Netflix habit into a personal development habit, into a video making, creating habit, because I only get things done when I'm producing. I only get motivated when I'm producing. The book says something about like, it's not about motivation, it's about doing it. You do it first and then you get the motivation. So motivation is nothing but like, it's not real. You do it and then you get the motivation, because how you going to have motivation first? Where's it coming from? You made up my, like, how do you get it? And I agree. You got to start getting into motion, and then you'll feel motivated. The right time is now. It's now that you have to focus on growth. It's now that you have to start doing what you need to do. It's now. You got to say, this is what I'm going to do. You don't wait for January. You don't wait for a new quarter. You say, today is the day. I'm in the middle of a 90-day run. But I didn't like the way I started my 90-day run. It's just the time. It's like I should have took 2 weeks off and then started a run. I'm exhausted. I was in the middle of showing all these houses. Then like 3 of them dropped off. 1 settlement got pushed back. 2 settlements. It was just hectic. Okay. It was crazy to me because I'm like, okay, like you could do all of that, but show me the check, show me the money. There's going to be times in your business going to go up and down and up and down and up and down. Now, I found a way to stabilize my business by always lead generating or having staff to help me lead generate, which you'll get there eventually. But in the beginning, it's got to be you. It's got to be you. But the time is now. When am I going to wait for something new to happen if I don't create it now? I'm going to wait for next spring market? No, I start now. See, I learned, don't quit now. Don't quit when it starts to slow up. This year, last time, I quit. That's why I'm behind. Because I quit. See, when I did November, December, I had a banging March. Okay? Because we was working on that. We was building on that. Honestly, I didn't even think about that until now. So now it's like, okay, last year I quit. It put me 3 months behind because I didn't work November, October. I quit in September because I had somebody destroy like all my stuff. Like they were giving me, they were just a terrible lender, to be honest. You're going to have them sometimes. You just got to cut it off quick, you know, and then just keep moving, man. So the time is now. Mistakes only mean you're moving in the right direction. You're moving in the right direction. I'm always gonna make mistakes. Okay, so I have 2 businesses. So sometimes, I was just telling my kids, I was like, sometimes mommy has a conflict of interest because one is fighting the other, but I need one to stay in the other. Like I need one to stay in that one, and I need the other one to stay in the other one. Like that, I have to have both. So sometimes I may have missed something and I made a mistake. I didn't call somebody and I lost the deal because they had given it to somebody else. She's like, oh, you should have called me or whatever. I was like, okay, rub it in my face like I don't know that. Come on, right? So, but I knew I was working my other business because I have bills to pay. So when things start to fall apart, you got to have something else to help you. Nobody's going to tell you that. That's why you got to really make up in your mind. I'm not going to be the agent that sits around and wait for all her deals to close in order to, you know, pay her mortgage, her rent, her bills, her water, her electric. No, we have to be intentional. You know, be intentional about your day-to-day money. How you going to suck your business dry when you could just work something else? I'm just saying. But mistakes mean you're moving in the right direction. It's all right to make a mistake. It's all right to not do something. It's all right. I respect my mistake because it was like, and then, you know what I love? I love myself. Like, not me, but, you know, I love God because God told me He told me, like, why don't you just tell your assistant to email the person? Email the person the next time. Make it a part of your system, and that's it. Mistakes mean you're moving in the right direction. That's the right direction for me, baby. I'm going to make it a win no matter what. So now, instead of the pressure to be on me, it's going to be on the people that I pay to notify that person to say, hey, deal's on the way. Okay? Okay? All right, so that's it. You will see what you need to do progressively. You will see what you need in order to grow progressively. Right now, like I need apps. I need programs. This is what I use to because in my mind, I blocked all of that out. In the beginning, you're going to be like, oh, I want to do this shiny thing and I want to do that shiny thing. Wait till that stuff, they start to take the money out your account. You be like, what? So when you sign up for your autoresponder, and when you sign up for this, it has to be a commitment monthly to pay every single time. When you doing the training or whatever, right? When you're doing that kind of stuff, And these are gonna be like some good teaching. So y'all take these notes and really learn, because nobody's gonna teach you this stuff every day. And I'm like, yo, I need to be at this number by the end of the year or by the end of the month and all of that. And I'm like, yo, chill, Ruth. I tell myself to chill, because this is a lot of information. I have to really sit and process. I used to sit down and just think and write and write and think and think and write. I'm telling you, when I saw those things come to life, that's when I respected my own mind. I respected my own brain, because I was able to execute on those things. I may not have been able to execute at them all the time, because I didn't want to kill myself doing the wrong things. You don't know what's going to work. So, but once you realize and respect that it will work if I work it and I'm doing one thing at a time, you don't got to rush everything. So you will make mistakes, but you will see progressively what you need to do. I always be like, okay, I'm always like, so what do I need to do now? What part am I not doing? Let's revisit that project and see if that part was not done. Let's go back and fix it. Let's go back to making videos. Let's go back to producing content. Let's go back. Let's fix it. And then I see what I need progressively. Once I got that done, once you're done, you're done. And now it's a part of your system. It's like you keep building on top of each other. They don't tell you this stuff. They don't tell you this. You're building your own system. Me and and one of my lenders, we're like, she don't know she's my workout partner, but she's my workout partner. I tell her stuff, she implements. She says stuff to me, I think about it, and I'm like, yo, I gotta find a way to implement that. But right now it's working out where it's like, oh, I hear what you're saying. Switch the roles, do this, do that. It's a mastermind. It's a mastermind so we can make our business better. I love it. But you don't see it right away. It's an operation for years. You make another switch. They don't tell you the system that you need to create. First of all, you need to create a system if you don't know that. You need to create your own system. That's why you can't just jump in real estate and know everything. I laugh and I be like, okay, do your thing. Because everybody like, I'm making my own money, my big checks, my big checks, my big checks. Okay. Well, if I could get a big check and you could do a lot of the work for me, I can go with a team. I can, I can learn and make money at the same time. That's not a problem. But if I have to go and do all of this and there's no guarantee and there's no help and there's no nothing, being on the team for me is like the best move. I talked to somebody last week. I was like, how you like working on a team? She's like, it's the best move. It's the best decision I could have made for myself. I wish I had that option. I wish I volunteered to be on somebody's team. I volunteered to be doing, working with other people, and it did not quite work out because that was not where they were. And then when it was time, I was like, it's past this time. I've already figured it out. Sorry. So at some point when you are literally a rainmaker, you don't need a team no more. You'll figure the rest out. If you don't know how to market, if you know how to bring all the clients, if you have a brand, if you have all of that, you don't need a team anymore. But without a brand, you need a team. I'm going to move on. Don't wait for motivation. Focus on you and not others. If you grow yourself, you will surpass others. That's real. I'm at the point where if I could just focus on me, not other people, focus on this right here, it's like I'm confident. Why? Because I've grown things that it did not exist. You had to watch me do it. I had to watch myself do it. It did not exist. I had to believe in myself. I had to test the concept. I had to do so many different things in my business, and people laughing while they got money in their hands and I didn't have no money. I'm stay-at-home mom. I'm trying to make it work. I'm working 10 hours straight, trying to figure out what I got to do next, trying to talk to people. I figured a lot of stuff out in the time. I would talk to tons of people. Some people, it's so easy for them. They got qualified old clients. Those old clients get them qualified new clients, and it's that simple. They call the person, they got the lead, 10 leads in their hand. It's like a whole bunch. Me, I'm creating markets. I'm creating people that would never have bought a house. Never have bought a house. I cannot wait to read Blue Ocean Strategy, because I'm not stealing nobody's business. They was never a real estate client to start with. I train and I educate and I help them and I give them information so they come to me because I did the work for them. Now, it's very hard to take one person, but the way I did through leverage. Through leverage. And then I had to have confidence in what I was doing. So you got to get a better mindset. So to say I'm waiting to be motivated, that's not gonna work. You gotta don't wait for motivation. Go to say, oh, other people are successful and I'm not. No, don't focus on that. Focus on yourself, because like I said, my mindset had to shift. I couldn't think like the others. I could not do like the others. I could not come to work and talk. If I came to work and talk, it would have took me 5 years. 5 years. If I had the money, it would have never took me the 2 years. If I believed in myself, y'all, it would have never took me the 2 years. I would have just said, this is my idea, let's run with it. If I was comfortable and confident, I had to wait to get a call off of YouTube. I had to wait to say, oh crap, it does work. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I did rank. What? I had to wait to say, oh, look at that Facebook post. It did. What about real estate interest rates rising? Yes, they're rising. They are rising. Every now and again, they're rising. But I'm telling you, some people will not be able to qualify, but most people are fine. I'm not worried. Like, let me tell you, there's 2 things I'm not worried about is crash. I'm not worried about no crash. No. You know why I'm not worried about a crash? You just shift your focus, and that's get the book Shift. And the other thing is, we're just going into a normal market now. It's going to be different. It was a crazy market. It seemed like, oh, it's awesome. Except for you was a buyer's agent and you had to do that thing multiple times. I got hurt that way too. If you was not a listing agent, you was very salty this year. Very salty. Unless you love running around with a million people. I'm Tanisha. Hey, Tanisha. Yeah, so I'm sorry. You asked me about the rising rates on the real estate. Yeah, so they're rising it slowly, and that's fine. People are not going to be able to qualify for the house. But the other part is, if prices are stabilizing, then that's going to kind of balance itself out to me, because it's like the price was so high before and the rate went up. The rates went up, but it didn't really kill you. Sorry, it didn't kill you. We're not 9%. I'm always going to be like, we're not where we were before. We were not, rates were really, really high. We had, like, some people are like 5.5 in my, some people are 4.75, whatever. But it's not going to really kill you if the price, if the prices of the houses are stabilizing and they're not going out of control. Like my same house that I bought for $135 at the height of the bubble is now $165. That was crazy to me. So if you do the numbers, the rates is you're still going to be able to afford it. It says, I get so sad the stock market is down, real estate is going on down, same time prices are going, I'm getting a raise. Okay. Yes. Sorry. So yeah, for people that want to buy a house, all you got to do is prepare yourself. Prepare yourself to be ready to buy a house, have some extra money. That's all you got to do is have some extra money, and the payment is the payment. And if you feel like you can afford that payment, then you're fine. You're just going to have to adjust yourself, get a smaller house, get into, stay at the neighborhood that you want, but just get a smaller house and get something that's affordable. It's still fine. All right. So there you go. So, and when I say extra money, you like, instead of, if you need $7,000 to buy a house, save $9,000. Okay. So basically, back to what I was saying, once you get the help that you need, once you get the growth that you need as that professional, right, you surpass other people. Okay. The last thing I want to say, right, is create a vision and conquer it. So from being we're talking about being intentional. We're talking about stop thinking it's automatic, like you're automatically going to grow. She said, I'm jealous of your hair. I know it's on topic. Thank you. I did it myself. All right. Create a vision for yourself. Be intentional. Create a vision and go after it. Create a vision of how you're going to grow. Growing your business, growing your life, even if it's growing your bank account. Whatever it is. I know it's going to be some buyers and some sellers that's going to watch this. Growing in any way possible. Sometimes people can't even afford to fix their own house up, but if you could do little by little by little. I just ran into somebody that they were selling their home, but they were like, oh, in the last 3 years we fixed the roof, we did this, we did that. That's what you got to do. You could do it little by little, but you have a growth plan. If you have this growth plan, you can take it to the next level. All right. So yeah, absolutely. So once you are focused on being intentional, once you realize that you can grow your business, once you realize that you can sell houses, because this is for my real estate agents, once you realize that's where you want to be, you will sit and you let me tell you, I watch videos. Okay, let me tell you a story. This is not even like related to real estate, but I was talking about so when I say vision, we're talking about growth, right? So we're talking about reading books, taking courses, and growing yourself in any area. It could be health, it could be business, it could be family, it could be whatever. Just grow yourself, but you have to create your vision. So my vision is every week I want to read a new book. That's like almost impossible, but I would have to cut so much stuff out, and I know exactly what blocks of time I'm going to use. Not exactly, but I'm gonna figure out when I'm going to do that so I can get to where I've been slacking on it for so long. So even this kind of like, the books motivate you. They make you want to do so much. I know, Dana Johnson. Yes, that is good. Yes, she's good. So yeah, absolutely. If you could just get yourself, when I said vision, create yourself a vision of what you want. And I had a vision board. I was looking at one of my old videos. I had a vision board of everything that I wanted. It was stimulating to me and everything, but it got to be more than a vision board. You have to have an actual step-by-step plan for every single goal that you have. That's what I've learned. Every single goal that you have, if you don't have a 1 through 10, nah. I remember sitting I used to have a daycare business. I remember sitting in my business, and it was like, I was about to shut it down because I was stuck. I couldn't figure out anything. So I was like, look, I don't have the money right now, but I just trust God. I started listening to Jim Rohn, and he was talking about writing the plan out. He said, for every goal that you have, I want you to write down all the steps. Write down all the steps. So what do you need? What do you need? So when you write out each single thing that you are going to do, it becomes a to-do list, and you just check it off. I wrote something, and this is how powerful this is. I wrote everything down that I needed. I said, look, I'm stuck on a fire alarm system. What can I do right now? I sat there and I drew the dimensions out. I called, I drew the dimensions out. I measured everything. When I tell you, it literally took me a month, because that was the most complicated building with like 9 rooms. And I had to measure, I had to do all the mathematical equations. It sounds like the dumbest thing. I felt like this was so stupid, but I felt like God was leading me to do it. When I tell you, my fire alarm guy came in, he quoted me $5,000. I'm like, sir, I don't have that. But I took this same drawing out, and he was like, yo, this is very accurate, right? He said, just listening to you make my brain feel smarter. Thank you. So just that me scaling, this is ridiculous. I am not not architect. Yeah, I'm not an architect, but I could not afford to do something, so I did it myself. I had to convert however feet. I had to measure, and I had to convert every single wall, every single angle. Do you know that I was able to put a fire alarm system? The guy saw my he's like, yo, you know so much stuff. Because I was like, if I don't have the money, I'm going to learn what I need to learn so I could find that was my growth plan. And that was before I didn't want to quit. So he was like, I'm going to tell you exactly where to put everything. And we worked it out. We did our own fire alarm system. That was so cool, right? Then the guy that came in, once I was done the plan, y'all, people start coming in, and things started moving. Number one, it was the fire alarm guy. Number two, it was like a guy who does, like, I don't know, like graphic, whatever. He was just one of those old school guys that you didn't have to be an architect back in the day. right? And so he came in with his little thing. He was like over 60 something, and I'm like, he came in with a digital thing, and what I did in 1 month he did in 10 minutes. I was so pissed, like, oh my gosh. So he was like, can I borrow this? He took my drawing that I made and created in a month with my face and my ruler and my calculator, and he literally took what I did, and he's like, you know what? You helped me actually make this better for you. Instead of paying $5,000, or I was supposed to pay $2,000. Yeah, he did it in 10 minutes because he used a digital thing. So on every wall, he went boop, 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 boop. In 10 minutes, he did something I didn't know, because when you're an expert, you know what the heck you're doing, right? I never knew what I could do. So, but I did the whole sketch by hand. Now, that's taking the legwork out of what he had to do, right? So, yeah, so once he did that, he took the drawing. He's like, yo, this really helped me, and I'm able now to give you a more accurate thing. Charge me like $110 or $160, something like that. And I gave him that money. I was too happy to give him the money because it was $800 job. $800, and it probably would have been more, like up to $2,000, because it was so many rooms in that place. And I was able to take that, me calling the city every single day, like, hey, I'm not saying my name, but oh, do I have to draw it on the computer? Oh no, you're saying it has to be by hand. No, they never said by hand, by the way. They just gave me the law. And then I was like, okay, so I can draw it by hand, right? They're like, I guess that works. It worked. So then after that, somebody gave me the money to actually, and I'm about to wrap it up. They gave me the money to actually pay for the fire alarm, and it was done. And that was the one thing that stopped me from opening up my business. It was stressing me out. I had to keep paying money every month. And I ended up doing it myself. I ended up having help. I was married to an electrician, so he put everything into place. It was so awesome. But that's just the growth plan. I was telling you this, that was just it. I wrote everything down that I had to do. And by the way, somebody criticized me. So when I was going to my job, so I had to leave my business to go do the same exact thing and get paid, right? Which sometimes you got to do. I'm never telling people to quit their job or anything like that. So once I did that, the girl was like, why are you writing so many things down? You never get them done. I'm like, you're a liar. I get these things done. I started going through. I'm like, you know how somebody say something that plays in your mind? And then I started saying, nope, I did this, I did that, I did that, I did that, I did that. It took me a month. It took me several months, but it all got done. And anything that was not done, it was not important. So I'm encouraging all of you, be intentional about your growth. Be intentional about what you have to do. Business is not the easiest thing in the world. It can be the hardest thing in the world. As long as you can pay your bills, work your job, and run your business, you will be just fine, y'all. But you have to be intentional. I love this chapter. I loved it because it really, just to grow, you have to get your mindset right on growing. Okay, mindset, it's like you have to get your mindset right about your mindset. And that was what this chapter was about. Okay, so yeah, guys, do I have any retirement advice? You have to start early. And if you haven't started early, you have to do things that is going to make you big bucks now, like real estate investing, flipping. I don't know. You got to find something. Learn how to trade some, what do they got now? Some Forex. You got to learn new skills. You got to learn new skills that work for you. Things that work for you so that you can be able to do that. So, and if you're a real estate agent and you're thinking about retiring, you got to build a business first. You got to build a business, and don't think, oh, see, this was the thing I have about with, and I'm gonna leave. The last thing is, when people say you're going to make $500, you're going to make $500, like, oh, make $500 tomorrow, right? But you got to buy products. You got to start marketing. People have to know who you are. Stop thinking that you could do a quick fix and you could make quick money. The only quickest money you can make is that 2 weeks after you work that job and you get the guaranteed money, because it's not always guaranteed, because you might not be willing to do what is required. Once you figure out you got to do a little something strange for some change, you may not want to do it. So that's it. See, that's my cue. Thank y'all so much. I'll see y'all on the next video. Be intentional. Comment below. And look, I want y'all to click the link below. And I want you to engage with me. I want you to, if you need any advice, let me know. All right? See y'all later. Have a good night. Bye.